Conspiracy theories are back. Let's kick it off. We're going to talk about Agent Orange. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, Agent Orange, a conspiracy theory that is more or less not really a conspiracy per se. It's basically one person's word versus the other. Now, what is Agent Orange? Agent Orange is a herbicidal warfare that was actually practiced originally by the British. And what this agent does is it was used to basically be sprayed over the crops and fields of enemies, preventing them from developing food. And this would in turn, over the course of a long war, cripple the food production, not only preventing the armies and the military of the opposing forces from restocking their food supplies for their men, but even could affect the people. And it was just an incredible, something I never even heard of up until like the last year. And I actually heard about this from a number of people who served in the military. And what happened was the United States got their hands on this from the British, and they actually used it in the Vietnam War. And their goal was to pretty much do the same thing, spray this herbicide over their crops, killing their crops. Their goal was to prevent not only their military from being able to draft more people, because they were hoping that by the agent taking away the food supply over the course of a long period of time, a couple of years, 5 years, 10 years, that the people would start leaving Vietnam and going to other countries to look for, obviously, an opportunity to live and buy food, and that was one of the goals. The other goal by the U.S. using it was to kill the vegetation and prevent guerrilla warfare, which was very effective against the United States in the Vietnam War. However, the side effects from Agent Orange is what's in question. And Vietnamese government has tried, I shouldn't say tried, but they have displayed during that time that there were very, very horrible side effects from Agent Orange. Multiple fingers, some sort of kind of mutations, skin looking very, actually I have a picture, I'm going to try and put it up if I can find it. I'll just put it up so you guys can see it as I continue talking. But just doing horrible things to people, causing cancer was one of the big things. It could cause cancer. And it could also basically contaminate the food supply and crops for over a long period of time, particularly, the soil. So this had a long-term effect on Vietnamese. And the conspiracy behind this is that there have been reports that even during modern warfare, that the United States is still using this agent. And I myself have heard from several people who served in the military that it's a fact. Now, as people that live in the United States, we don't know what goes on in these wars. We only know what the media tells us. And I am more than sure that the United States, and not only the United States, but other countries, put into practice certain warfare that we probably wouldn't want to know about, or that we would probably look at and say, boy, that's barbaric. And this is one of them. And I know one particular person, I won't say her name, and I haven't spoken to her in a long time. In fact, last time we spoke was about this. And she believed that one of her side effects from being exposed to Agent Orange was the fact that she got cancer. And, that's the key here, is just exactly what kind of damage is this agent doing. Obviously, you'll have one set of scientists that will say it's not doing anything, it doesn't harm people. You'll have an opposing scientist that will say otherwise. The thing of it is that the only people who really know are the people who are affected by it. And when it comes to veteran military personnel, not only the United States, but many countries are not known for treating them very well. Here in particular, we have a lot of veterans that have come back from war and either did not get all the things that were promised, or were completely forgotten altogether, or have not gotten the aid that they need to help them recover from the tragedies and the traumas of war. And Agent Orange, it's, when you think about it from a strategic standpoint, yeah, that sounds incredible, to cripple your enemy's food supply. And that's all, I guess that's all fine and well if it's not affecting innocent people. But if this agent contaminates the soil for a long period of time, and if exposure to this agent is causing deformations in your body or the bodies of your unborn children, there is a problem there. You know, there's a significant problem. And that's what's been reported, especially in Vietnam, where there's still apparently reports of Agent Orange contaminating food supplies and contaminating crops because of being sprayed back in the 70s, and people still being born with, being deformed, like having extra fingers or extra toes, and just their skin. I saw one picture, and you probably would have seen it a second ago because I said I wanted to put it up, but their skin, like this orange, I don't even know what word to use. And that's what Agent Orange, theoretically, from what I understand, is supposed to do as a side effect. So that's one conspiracy theory that is still kind of alive today, and it sounds like something that's very tangible. You know, it's not something out there like we've spoken about in the past. This is something that does exist. This is something that has been used, and it is something that the question is whether or not it affects people, you know? And we use all kinds of pesticides and herbicides on our own crops that we believe don't affect us, you know? They tell you when you go to the market, wash off your fruit, wash off your vegetables. These pesticides are supposed to keep pests away so that the crops will thrive. But they're still chemicals. So perhaps this chemical is just to a different degree of a mixture of different things that just affect the human body. And if it's still being used, and if it is having these effects, then that's a concern, because we are hurting not only innocent people, but we're hurting our own military personnel when they go out there to fight for our right, and they have to deal with this agent that, from what we've been told, there's no confirmation here, that's still being used this very day. What do you think about Agent Orange? Do you think it's real? Do you think it really does have side effects? You can ask anyone in the military. Chances are somebody A, knows about it, or knows somebody that may have been affected by it. I, like I said myself, have heard it from 3 people. So to me, it's probably one of the most realistic conspiracy theories we've spoken about to date. But, you know, we'll see over time if this is something that's brought to the light. Government controls the media. The media tells us what we want to hear. And it may be something that never surfaces ever. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers, or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.
Hey guys, this is Rob. This is ETN. Conspiracy theories are back. Let's kick it off. We're going to talk about Agent Orange. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, Agent Orange, a conspiracy theory that is more or less not really a conspiracy per se. It's basically one person's word versus the other. Now, what is Agent Orange? Agent Orange is a herbicidal warfare that was actually practiced originally by the British. And what this agent does is it was used to basically be sprayed over the crops and fields of enemies, preventing them